Oh, there you are, YouTube. Today is my 1000th day vlogging. Today's Advent chocolates are Santa's toy sack. Yeah.
Are you ready?
Okay, December 10th, what do we got?
Christmas. What?
What does that say?
Christmas with the Campbells.
Oh, right.
This.
It's like I think like a R-rated Hallmark movie or
I
something.
think so.
Never seen it. But before we get to the movie... Hey girls, what are we getting ready to do?
We till the dog.
Yeah, we're gonna go to the library and read to some dogs, aren't we?
Yeah.
And I think this will be your first time seeing a real greyhound, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're so tall. I can't wait for you to see them. Okay, it is movie time. Now we're gonna watch this. It's supposed to be like a Hallmark movie, but rated R style with swearing. Let's check it out. Look at that. Vince Vaughn directed it. Christmas with the Campbells. For some reason, it's a hard title for me to remember because there's that movie called Love the Coopers, which is about Christmas. We watched that maybe last year or the year before. And then you have Christmas with the Cranks, and then I just want to mix all of those titles together for some reason. But this movie is called Christmas with the Campbells. I hope I got that right. So this movie is very uneven, but intentionally so, because it's trying to exist as one of those Hallmark romantic comedy Christmas movies. But then they also stick in some R-related content. And sometimes it's played for laughs. Like, I feel like well, let me give you some cast, right? You have the girl who's Brittany Snow, and then you have her rich, wealthy, snobby boyfriend who's some guy from SNL that I can't remember his name. And then he has a cousin, that's Justin Long, who's sort of playing like, you know, the down-home country guy. And then you have, and they're cousins. And then you have the snobby boyfriend's parents, which is George Wendt and then somebody that I don't know. And those parents are like being played for laughs a lot, because it's like, oh look, they're older and they look like this traditional couple and everything, but they, you know, they get high on scissor and huff paint, and they're like really horny and all of that type of stuff, right? So that's all like played for laughs. But Brittany Snow's part, she, I feel like, is the most realistic in the terms of like a traditional Hallmark movie. And she plays it like pretty straight and is sort of reacts to all of the weirdness around her. Justin Long, I would go back and forth into believing him as a Hallmark character and him being he actually made me laugh more than anyone else, but him being kind of like a comedy, you know, playing it for laughs a little bit. He'd kind of shift back and forth between those two, but I would get lost in his character sometimes, but other times it would be like, what's Justin Long doing with that, you know, country accent and deeper voice and all of that. And then you had the SNL guy who was always, you know, just kind of like playing it for laughs for the most part. But it was interesting though, the vulgarness or whatever, I don't know what's the term, was pretty well dispersed. Sometimes I guess it would last a little long, but my favorite moments were when you would settle into it being a Hallmark movie, and then they'd hit you with a swear, and then you're like, oh yeah, I forgot. I'm watching, you know, this R-rated version of that. So I always loved when that happened, when I would settle into this being a Hallmark movie and then be jolted out of it, and then it would just make me chuckle every time that happened. But overall, it was actually a very short movie. I think it was only an hour and a half, but it felt kind of long. And I think that might be because like its plot is still very much a Hallmark movie. So I don't know, it's just like not that interesting. So you're kind of looking forward to the swears, but you also don't want them to overuse them, because then it feels, I mean, it is a gimmick, but it feels too much like a gimmick, I guess. Or doesn't feel special when they do it or something, I don't know. But it kind of reminded me a little bit, this is a much better version, but do you remember when they were making those like epic movie, superhero movie, like Scary Movie 5, like the first couple Scary Movies are good, Not Another Teen Movie is good, but you know, like when they were making those really bad ones, like Date Movie, it felt like that, but smarter, more clever, that sort of thing. And you know, what would you call that, holiday movie or Hallmark movie or something like that, you know? So I thought it was fine, but I like the concept, I like the idea. I think I like that more than the movie itself, because yeah, I just, you know, I'd get a little bored with it at times, which is odd because of how short it was, but it felt long. But you know, I think it's worth it, because I had some big laughs in it, but in the middle I was just kind of like, this is just kind of like a Hallmark movie, but with swearing in it. But again, I did laugh. Like, my wife and I like cracked up with that one moment. There, we were just like, this is hilarious, this is gonna be great. And then after that, it really wasn't as funny. It was just kind of, you know, that sort of thing. Yeah, so that's my review of that. But also, this is my 1000th episode. This is my 1000th day vlogging. 1,000 days ago, my work said, you can't come in because of COVID. So I started vlogging that day, and it was sort of born out of, like, my sister was you know, making like daily journal of what lockdown was like for her, and I was like, well, I've always kind of wanted to be on YouTube. Maybe I could do that with YouTube and vlog it. So I did that, and just kept going and didn't stop, and that was 1,000 days ago. Kind of, sucks that it fell on, I'm doing my Christmas Advent calendar. It would have been cool to have like a separate day video completely devoted to the 1,000th day anniversary, but, what are you gonna do? Also, it kind of, I know I list what number vlog this is, but it kind of, wait, is that right? Is this my 1,000th? No, wait, I think tomorrow is. Oh my gosh. I don't know, I need to look this up. Okay, I'm back. Yes, it is my 1,000th. I got a little bit confused because I also have one short in there, and then that, it's like a YouTube short thing, I have one of those included, and so that makes my number a little bit off, so I had to like do my math really quick and make sure that, it was just one number, but still, had to check that out, because I seriously got worried. I was like, wait a second, I've been announcing this. Not announcing it, but I said it in this, this vlog, and I think I screwed it up, but I didn't. It is my 1,000th vlog, not counting the one short I did, which I did on a day where I also vlogged. So yeah, and a lot of the, these vlogs started out as what was going on during my day, and then sort of turned into like movie review stuff. It actually started, I wanted to turn this channel into something about the Academy Awards, and I kind of talk about that in my very first video, and I'd pepper it in every once in a while, and I have some Academy Award projects and things like that, but just sort of turned into movies all around, and Academy Awards stuff. I keep looking around because I'm surrounded by all my Best Picture winners right now, and so I pepper that stuff in, but it's not the full focus of this channel. But yeah, I been doing this for 1,000 days. I always, this will probably be my last time marking in the title what number vlog I'm on. I think I'm going to stop doing that now. And maybe I'll start doing shorts again, or I've only done one, but I was thinking about maybe I should do some shorts now that I've hit 1,000, because I was always afraid I'd lose count of how many videos I have, and I didn't want to have to, spend a day counting them all. And I don't know, maybe I'll do shorts now. I'm going to continue the daily vlogging, but add, in addition to that, some shorts. We'll see what happens. I don't have anything like that planned, but, it's just an idea I had just to change things up and feel like I don't have to be as strict to the rules I guess I did set up for myself earlier. But yeah, so those who have come along for the ride, thank you so much. I appreciate it. It's pretty cool. Met a lot of awesome people on here, continuing to do so. And yeah, curious to know where this channel goes in the future myself. I don't know. Who knows? It'll probably stay the same as it has the past, almost 3 years. But anyway, thank you so much for watching, and perhaps I'll see you tomorrow for more Pure Hangout.